is one more night of last 16 action ahead. On to tomorrow night then, and Manchester United arrived in southern Spain this evening with Jose Mourinho trying to play down suggestions of tensions between himself and Paul Pogba. The €105 million midfielder trained with his United teammates in Manchester this morning before they left for Seville. Pogba was substituted in the last two games he played. He missed the FA Cup win at Huddersfield through illness. He's making a point there, isn't he? He's certainly reiterating the point about Pogba.
Yeah, I think this is turning into a soap opera, really. I think he's in charge. I think he'll make the decisions. I think there's only going to be one winner. There's no one bigger than the manager of Manchester United, particularly someone of the ilk of Jose Mourinho. So if Pogba is misbehaving or if he's sulking, then he won't play. It's as simple as that. And Mourinho will be quite happy to get on with it. But early on in the season, he was saying some great things about Paul Pogba. If anyone's got an issue, it'll be Paul Pogba. And there's only one winner if he's coming up against Jose Mourinho, and it'll be Mourinho every time. What's
your read on this situation, Kevin? Is it a case that Mourinho is not getting the best out of this really expensive, really talented player, or is Pogba playing silly buggers here?
Well, he clearly isn't getting the best out of him consistently. I'm talking about his across the course of his Man United career now. He started off the season very well. You know, he had a couple of injuries as well across the course of this season, but by and large, his best performances have certainly been playing in a three. Is he playing silly buggers? When word starts to get out quickly, and you know his agent is very, very prominent in the media, but when word starts to get out quite quickly, you do feel as though that there's something more sinister happening. Now, whether or not that's his agent that's getting word out through the media that Pogba isn't quite happy there, or whether or not that's actually been transferred from Man United because there's an issue with the club and Pogba themselves. But clearly he hasn't been performing. When he plays in a two-man midfield, he hasn't been performing. In a three, he's been better, yes, but can United play like that every single game? You're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to adjust and play different systems. When he plays in a two, I think he's ill-disciplined at times.
See, for me, I find that unacceptable. You know, Kevin's right, but for a player of that price and that stature and that experience already that he has in his career, for people to say he can't play in a two, it's down to the player.
Well, I'm not saying he can't play. It's not that he can't play. He's just he's ill-disciplined when he plays. Yeah.
Well, he needs to, you know, buck up his ideas, because there's no reason why he cannot, with the qualities that he have, play in a two. Yeah, he's better suited in a three, but you can't tell me Matic and Pogba as a pairing. You know, it's pretty impressive when they put
the point's been made, Brian, that is it not like the case of Steven Gerrard will say when he was at Liverpool and Rafa Benitez came in and said, OK, I'm not going to have you sitting in front of the back four, I'm going to let you go and do your thing and have a bit more of a free role. I mean, accepting Neil's point, but is that not what Mourinho needs to do with Pogba and get the best out of him in that sense?
Well, the combination of players isn't working with him and Matic. I think if we take the match against Spurs as a particularly potent example, they were outplayed because Matic was left on his own in the middle of the pitch. Too often Pogba was caught ahead of the ball, and what's I think Neil is referring to it, that he didn't seem to have the instinct and understanding that when you lose it you've got to get back behind it as quick as you can. It seems to be like a secondary idea for him to
feels he doesn't have to
thing. I don't know. At this stage we've talked about it so often and other people have talked about it and looked at it, and I'm sure the manager is saying to him, just start from the position behind the ball and then join up behind it. There's some days it has to be like that against someone. If you're playing the lesser teams, then you can go off and do your own thing and try and score goals and get there and be the number 10. But there's days when you need to be in balance beside your midfield mate.
Graham was not even here and we've had Paul Pogba. Graham, if you're watching, told you we'd get around to it in the end. We're bang out of time. In one word, will United make the quarterfinals? Will they have enough for Sevilla?
I think they should. They should have too much over two legs,
Neil?
I tipped them before Christmas, so I've got to stick with it.
Go all the way?
Yes.
Yeah. Brian?
Yeah, United to win. Sevilla lose too many goals in big matches.
OK, thank you very much, Chuck.